Okay, so last time we did this halacha yud aleph, which I wanted to go back to again because I forgot to look into something. Adam shoa shuhu nosein tzedakah yasser min haroilo, someone who is a overly generous person who gives more than he should. O shemitzer la'atzmo v'nosein l'gabayin kadesh lo yisbayesh, or he oppresses himself, afflicts himself, and gives to the Gabayim so that he doesn't become ashamed. Asr l'tava'o, it is asr to demand from him v'ligbos mimeno tzedakah, and to collect from him tzedakah. V'gabay shamachlimo v'shol mimeno, and a Gabay who shames him and asks from him asid lipara mimeno, who will get punished for it. Shnemar uflakardi al kol logatzav. So this is what I forgot to do, is to look up the context of that, because I'm curious what the context is.
We also know there's a strange one.
Yeah.
Like, why does that have anything to do with?
Yeah, tzedakah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is not from something that we read. Yeah, this is not from a Haftarah or anything like that. And Art Scroll's little side guide notes say, when everything looks bleakest, ... God will heal you. Okay, yeah, so I'm just going to read this. I have no idea if this doesn't give us anything, then whatever. For thus said Hashem, your injury is grave, your wound is acute. No one judges your wound to have a cure. Medications or remedy do not exist for you. Oh, what a dour niveau. All your paramours have forgotten you. They do not inquire after you. For I struck you the blow of an enemy with a cruel reproof because of your many sins, your transgressions that were so numerous. How can you cry out over your injury, over your pain that is grave? It is because of your many sins, your transgressions that were so numerous that I inflicted these upon you. Nevertheless, all who devoured you shall themselves be devoured. All who oppressed you, no, we're not there yet, will all go into captivity. Who trampled you will be trampled, and all who despoiled you I shall deliver to become spoils. For I will make a cure for you, and I will heal you from your wounds. This is really a real emotional roller coaster here. You're not going to get a cure, and I'm going to cure you. The word of Hashem, for they called you discarded, saying she is Sion, no one cares about her. Thus said Hashem, we're coming up to our pasuk. Behold, I'm returning the captivity of the tents of Jacob, and I will have mercy on his abodes. And the city will be built upon its hill, and the palace will sit in its proper place. The sound of thanksgiving and the sound of merrymaking will emanate from them. I will multiply them; they will not be diminished. I will make them heavy of number, and they will not dwindle. Here we go. His sons will be as beloved as in the past, and his assembly will be established before me. And I shall deal with all his oppressors. His leader will be from his midst, and his ruler will emerge from within him. I will bring him close, and then he will be able to approach me. For who then would embolden his heart to approach me? The word of Hashem. You will be people unto me, and I will be a God unto you. And we'll just finish up the nevuah. Behold, the storm of Hashem, a rage shall go forth, a tempest shall seek rest. It will rest upon the head of the wicked. Hashem's burning wrath will not recede until he has accomplished it, and until he has upheld the plans of his heart. In the end of days, you will be able to understand it. At that time, the word of Hashem, I will be a God for all the families of Israel, and they will be a people for me. Not clearly at all about anything that has to do with this. It's disturbing. Let's see if is that a Gemara? Let's just see if it's a Gemara. First of all, let's see if Gemara Yud Aleph. Let's see above the Basra. Yeah, no, that's not the parak. Let's just see if it does have this here. Shoah? I don't think we use that word. Yeah.
Why don't you just look up the puzzle good stuff and see if there are any Gemara's on or any surprises and priest, like why go from the puzzle?
Because there's no clear way to get there unless I look through all the Mefarshim. So I figured it would be quicker to click on the source that is of the halacha.
Do you not have a Torah Mima?
There's no Torah Mima on Nach.
Oh, okay.
Only on the Chamesh Megillos.
I agree.
Yeah, sadly. All right. Yeah, here we go. My Shrarusa, the Amar Rav Nachman, Amar Rabba Bar Avuha, Lafishim Mashkinin al Tzedakah, Fil Be'er Shabbos, Eini, V'Haksiv, Upakardi al Kol Lachatzav. Okay, so that's interesting. So it's piggybacking on the last halacha, right? We said that you're able to be Mamashkin on Erev Shabbos, which is to forcibly take tzedakah. And the Gemara questions it based on our pasuk, saying if you forcibly take, then isn't that this problem? Let's see if there's a Rashi. Upakarti alma asr lamashkin. Okay, so he just learns from that it's asr to do that. Amar Rabbi Yitzchak bar Shmuel bar Marta mishmei Rav vafila al gabay tzedakah. Even for gabay tzedakah, yeah. And then it says lo kashya had amid had lo amid. That is where it's Amid, where he's Ashir, and this is where he's not Ashir. Ki hadrava akfe l'rav nasan bar ami v'shaki mine arba me'al zuzi l'tzedakah. So he took 400 zuzi of tzedakah for him. Okay, yeah, so this is not really helping us in terms of understanding the puzzle. Yeah.
Because if it's saying that if a Gabbai Tzedakah collects from a poor person, that pasuk applies to him. So to in our case, a Gabbai Tzedakah who collected from a guy.
Oh, right. Yeah, correct. Yeah, that part is clarified here. Is that any gabbai who basically is taking from someone that he shouldn't take from is an oppressor? I just don't understand what it has to do with the context of the psukim there, just based on my superficial reading of the R Scroll English. Okay, which is not the best derech, but Rambam Bekius. Okay, next. Ein poskin nu halacha. Ein poskin tzedakah al hayisomim. So I didn't know what that meant when I read it, so I had to look at the makbili. Ein poskin. In kotvin sikum shahisomim shreichim laseis. We don't basically like dictate an amount of money that orphans need to give. Mipnei mitzvah zo ein la gvul. There's no limit to this mitzvah. Ve'im matilin mitzvos ke'elu al yisomim. We don't I know cast, but we don't impose mitzvos like these on the Yisomim. That's in Hilchos נחלות 11:10. Let's look that up because I'm not familiar.
Yisomim generally in halacha don't mean like someone who's 60 years old and their parent passed away, right?
Right. Yeah, we said that you are a yasam as long as one parent died and as long as you're dependent on an adult to care for you. Yeah. So let's go and let's venture into Mishpatim, the sefer that we don't look at. What did it say? 11:10 or 10:11? So 11:10. Okay. Yeah, I think so. 11:10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. 11:10. Wow, almost at the end. Apotropin, the guardians. Osin lakatanim sukkah v'lulav v'titis v'shofar v'sefer Torah tefillin mezuzah megillah. So they, yeah, they make for them all these things. Klal shadavar, the klal is kol mitzvos aseh sheyesh ba kitzba. Any mitzvah that has a limit, a set amount. Bein shehi midivrei Torah, bein midivrei sofrim osin lahen. Whether it's midivrei Torah, midivrei sofrim, they do for them. I assume they do for them means that they like apportion enough money for them to do it. You can't do the mitzvah lulav for someone.
Right. Also, like the sefer Torah here clearly doesn't mean Talmud Torah. It just means.
I think it means writing a sefer Torah.
Oh, he's saying writing. Okay.
Or
he's going to write it.
Yeah. I assume that's what it means. And that has a kitzbah, even though it's a expensive kitzbah. Yeah. There's no yad pshuta. All right. Alpha pish ben shi midivrei Torah ben midivrei sofrim ozin lahen alpha pish inan chayavim b'mitzvah mikol hamitzvos. Oh, we're talking about young kids. Oh, kidei l'chanchan, ela kidei l'chanchan. Wow. Yeah. So how do you deal with sefer Torah? Okay. Aval ein poskin alein tzedakah v'afilu lefidyon shvuim. We don't poskin tzedakah for them, even for redeeming captives. I mean, mitzvos elu ein lahem kitzbah, because there's no limit to those mitzvos.
So if an orphan gets.
I don't think it means that. I think it means you don't like distribute money to the orphan so that he can redeem a captive. Yeah.
Or you don't take money from him.
Or take money from him. Yeah, right. But if he gets captured, then you definitely save him. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
God takes vengeance for the.
Okay, let's see. Let's go on here. Even though they have a lot of money. Just to note this, just in terms of like methodology, it is interesting how the Rambam brings down the halachos, that halacha here and there. Right there, it's in the context of the apotropim. Here, it's in the context of tzedakah. I don't know why he needs to do both. I mean, it's not that it's inappropriate in either place.
Not often.
I don't know. Like, I feel like there are cases where you have like a hidden halacha that, like, I'll give you an example. Like the mitzvah of the chatzotros is dispersed among tinios, where you have chatzotros on Eis Tzara, and then in Maisa Korbanos, when you have it on B'shas Korbanos, he doesn't mention the other components of the mitzvah in both places, even though it's one deoraisa, and I know this is not a deoraisa, but like it's, he also, like, for example, right, there's the exact same halacha, right. You could also say, for example, and again, this is a loose question, but like, you have Hilchos Deos, which is how you treat orphans, and he doesn't put all aspects of orphan care there. So yeah, if the dayan makes pasuk is posek an amount on them, Kadei lasum lahem shame, in order to make a reputation for them, mutter. What does that mean? Lasum lahem shame lafarsamam pirsum chiyuvi, to publicize them. I don't know what it means by pirsum chiyuvi.
Of their chiyuv or of the chiyuv? Like
I think a pirsum that is necessary, like for a necessary reason. I don't know why he would have to do that. I mean, I could conceive of a fictional scenario, but like, I don't know. He's saying basically so the apotropin don't force the Yisomim to give tzedakah, but the Dayan, if the Dayan sees that like this kid, okay, I'm going to make up a fictional scenario. Ready? Let's say like some rich business owner does something like horrible with his, does some horrible crime and then dies, and his kid is an orphan, and the judge wants to like show that like the money that this guy had, that this kid is now rich off of, is like going to a good place. So like the judge makes the kid give tzedakah to some like organization that like rectifies what the crimes of his father. I don't know if that's what it means, but like it has to do with reputation. So I'm guessing, yeah.
So it's like Batman who
yeah.
Something the father wins.
Yeah.
Mob,
we'll call this the Batman clause. Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly.
the Batman clause. Oh.
Yeah. Right.
Literally in the movie.
Sorry, the Bruce Wayne clause. What?
Okay, that's really only in not Batman movie.
Yes, right. Yeah. Okay. Gabai tzedakah lokachim min hanashim umin hatinokos. He steals from the babies. No, I don't think that's what it means. Gabai tzedakah collects from the women and from the tinokos. Davar muad, a little amount of a low davar meruban, but not a lot. Yeah. I don't know if we'll see. Shechazkas meruba geneva o gazal shel acherim. What? Does it mean that the chazaka of, he's saying the chazka merube is that it was stolen or robbed from others. What is a muat for them? Hakol fi osher habalim o anyusan, all according to the wealth of their the ball, right? The ball bias, or their poverty. Okay, let's look at the makbila here. Min hanashim b'ksaviat achanim nosaf umin ha'avadim. Let's see what the shelat has. Yeah.
If the solution must be that he's assuming that if you're taking a lot from a woman, that means you're taking your husband's stuff instead of collecting through just directly to the husband, it's stealing if you do it through his wife.
I'm not sure, because he says bechezkas gazela, which makes it sound like we suspect that the money came from that. Let's see here. Okay, so the Shelat has that. Wow, he doesn't note differences in Girsa. That's interesting. Usually does. I don't trust him at all. No, I'm just kidding. Tinokos is Yeladim ad Gil ha. Oh, this is specifically female kids. Girls is the word, right? Like, or is there a word for like Yeladim ad Gil ha-bagros? Yeah, I guess yeah, girl.
Tinokos sounds like 6-year-olds, like kids,
Yeah, I don't know. She'inam medaktikim b'muter uva iser. Okay, so these kids are not medaktik in muter iser. Okay, I guess that's an assumption we're making. Davar muat, you take a sikum muat, a small sum. Shechazkas hamrube hahanachahi. The premise is shedavar merube shenosim nashim uktanim nignav. So in other words, if women and kids give a lot, the assumption is that it was stolen. Nilkach b'chashai mibala b'lo yidiah. So yeah, we assume that they stole it from their husbands without his knowledge. Oh, nigzal nilkach b'koach mibala. Listen, honey, give me all your money, right? That's a strange assumption. Was that a thing? And balim is ba'ala shal isha o avi hatino. Wow, that I want to look into a little bit more. I mean, that's like what kind of sociological. Look, if Eishes Chayil Miyimtza, if you read that Eishes Chayil thing, she has her own business, she has her own vineyards, she's selling real estate, she can make her own money, and we don't assume that it's what is, she reaches out her hand and gives to the ani kapa parcel ani yadeha shilcha le'avyon, right? So she's giving to tzedakah. But yeah, we got to look into this. This is too weird of a halacha to pass up. Yeah, so we'll have to look into Geneva and this Bava Kama Sugya, I guess, for tomorrow. Bully in that there. Yeah. Okay, let's stop here for today. Very strange. Don't let the women hear.